What's up, guys? We're back with a discussion. This one is going to be a little bit shorter than our discussions because we're not going to really hypothesize. We're more just going to like spoil the book. So,
yeah. Well, and there's not a whole lot of information to run down anyway, and we're trying to be good and not. Oh, we didn't even show off the book. That's right.
This book.
Here's volume 15 in
post.
So yeah, we're going to talk about it. There's not, I'll be honest, the author doesn't give us much to go on for the next volume by the end of this book. But there is still some fun stuff. You know, we get some level ups. We get Cassandra, Daphne leveling up, which I think is pretty cool because, they're going to be people that are going to help Hestia Familia for the foreseeable future. I can't remember, did we get confirmation of Aisha? No, Aisha got... She got like a power boost of some kind, but she didn't get.
She didn't level up. Same with Wealth.
Right.
One thing I want to talk about that's not volume specific. Cassandra's power of like her having dreams to like foretell.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty OP. Like it's not as OP as level. Like it's OP in a different way. I feel like even on the main quest, if he's like, you have to say this to the dragon or the dragon's gonna kill you. Like it's pretty OP.
It's like reloading a false save. Exactly. You're like, oh, I screwed it up. Yeah, that's...
Now she has confidence, and I feel like it's gonna be even stronger because Belle, for the most part, I think believes her, will believe her visions.
I can't wait until he has more of a topic about it because they did have kind of like this unspoken, he's appreciative of her, he obviously trusts her as an adventurer. So I'm curious to see where that might go afterwards when maybe she tries to tell him about it or something. But wouldn't that be the thing if the downside to it is that she can't reveal it to anybody? Fate just won't allow it. She has to indirectly tell them about things or whatever. She can't say it specifically. That would be kind of cool. Not that she's
It's the ReZero.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, it would be kind of like that. Except she can't just well, I'm screwed up this time. Just stab to the chest. But the biggest probably level up throughout the whole book is obviously Lily getting to level 2, which is really dope because Lily, out of all of the lower level characters, she's probably the most deserving of a level up, and I kind of even like the author's a reasoning that they give the other characters for choosing to hold off Haruhime's level up.
Because it does make Lily special, and she's happy, which is nice.
Yeah, I thought it was that's a cute... I respect that choice, or that reasoning behind it, more than the guild might charge us more money.
Yeah.
So
Lily always trying to save money. So relatable.
Trying to save money so much that she even lied to the guild about her level now, which is just pretty cool.
You know what happened to the last Familia that did that? Their goddess got thrown off
they did. Yeah. Well, or slapped off if you watch the anime, which I don't know which one's better. Or I guess we can always say that Freya mouthing "I love you" to to Belle.
That was the one scene that was. This is coldly off kilter.
Yeah, I don't know what we're doing.
I would
go ahead.
One more thing. That scene of Belle getting almost taken advantage of. I don't think that's in the anime, is it? I don't think so.
Oh, by
that goddess, yeah.
No, I think it's in there from the second. We'll have to go back and look.
We'll look.
We'll do some research.
Talk about this book that's talking about the past.
All right, so already a train wreck. This is great. But yeah, there is... I think... Have to say it because it's the elephant in the room, especially after the last arc, or the last volume specifically. But the Liu moments... really hype. I really love those. The whole thing of her being, I think it's part, I love it too because there's so many layers to Liu, but I think it's a mixture of her being an elf, so she's trying to hold up a certain image, but also she's afraid that she's gonna hurt Seer if she pursues or acts on her feelings, and then just as well as being out of her comfort zone. She
doesn't understand what's going on.
Yeah, she's a very stoic character that's not really intact with her emotions, or at least she's been through a lot, so she kind of puts up a wall. And I do love seeing these kind of break down.
Also, I think also just great moments. But I think it was interesting because we really hadn't known elves thinking they're apart from each other and better than people. We didn't understand where that comes from. And in her backstory, this volume, you get to understand how like the reason why she wasn't like huggy, it's like a cultural thing.
Yeah.
Similar to Canadians.
So, what? Canadians don't hug? I thought they were the nicest people on the planet.
Have you seen two Canadians hugging?
I'm sure
exactly.
I'm sure I did. I went to Canada once. But, it's funny that you mentioned that because we did talk about how, like, did like Wells' backstory, but I think overall, I think I still enjoy Liu's one the most because I don't know if it's just that I was wanting something like this from like the Liu side series when like I was going into it and then we never got it. But I feel like this is kind of stuff that I was like, hey, this is cool. I like seeing her Familia. I think even like seeing like a Familia chronicle about her, like maybe just like one quest or something they had as a Familia would be cool. But I don't know. It's just like a really touching moment to see her and her Familia because again, like she's like a completely different person in the past. Before everything about the evils happened, and then, just seeing her kind of get back into at least being open to express herself is just really cool. But
now she just needs to join Belle's Familia / get a level up from her goddess.
Yeah, I still stand out hope, or I still hold out hope that we will get that eventually. I don't know when it's going to happen. It might not be until like 3 books from now.
She needs to be level 5.
There's really no reason why Astria can't come back. So is that Astria? Yeah. So there's really no reason why we can't see her again. So that would be really hype. I think maybe after, or even actually in the afterword, the author did give us a little sneak peek about the next volume being centered around the ladies of the Benevolent Mistress, which right off the bat I was like, interesting, because one,
they're pretty strong though.
Yeah, they're pretty strong, but they have ties to people that we're very fond of. But also, I was just like, this is interesting that he's willing to jump right back into it, because I felt like even though we didn't touch on all of the Benevolent Mistress employees, we did center around probably the most prominent one. And we still got mentionings and like small interactions of the other ones in the last arc. So I'm curious to know what all scale-wise he's gonna push for the next book. But the fact that he does mention that it's gonna involve them is, I think we'll see a lot of Seer. I'm just saying.
She's still a bomb that's gonna go off.
I honestly, if anything, I was thinking about this when, because there is a small moment that Seer has with Belle. And like, there's even like the hint that she was like, I even went to ask for people to, like help you in the dungeon, but it turns out you didn't need it. And I was like, you went to the Elite Eight, didn't you? You went to Otter and was like, hey, can you guys go down there? But I was thinking throughout that interaction, I was like, you know what? This is written to be kind of different ways, so they still could just go like, oh, Seer has a crush on Belle, she likes Belle for like her own reasons. But I think what might be more interesting, just because we saw the Freya novel, is she's really only after Belle because she's wanting to be like Freya. And I was like, ooh, that's really cool if that's the case.
Yeah, my theory would be, which again, we have no idea, but this is a video for it, is that the one way to prove that she's Freya or better than Freya or will, because her ultimate goal is to be Freya, which is a spoiler from another video.
Whoever wins Belle's the real Freya?
Well, exactly. Like, I am better than Freya because I did something that you could never do, which is win the heart of Belle.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I don't know.
And then Belle's like, I don't know, man. I got other women.
Yeah, he's like, I got better things to do. I got to get stronger for Astro's fight number 3.
He's my real bro.
Yeah. So that's one, though, that I think is going to play in pretty heavily. Because we've already gotten the sneak peek of, like, her letter, which I guess confirmation could link back to, like, what we talked about for this volume. But I think next volume is going to be maybe, like, the blowout of seeing everything that's been kind of teased.
What you been doing?
Dude, I'm telling you got if you look at the cover for the next volume, it'll make you so happy.
I won't do it.
I just accidentally stumbled across it. I don't know anything about it, so don't comment the synopsis, you spoiling cunts. But
we love you. We love you. We love you.
Just
don't comment spoilers.
Yeah, or if you do, just put spoiler warning or something like that on.
And then I'll delete your comment so Josh doesn't see it. Not gonna lie.
Thank you. But yeah, there's I think the other big thing, like I should say, one smaller thing before I get to that is I do love how we get confirmation of like sort of the hierarchy of combat ability or like just overall like who's the strongest in the Familia. Because I mean obviously Bell is, but I like that we get like, oh, Mikado is like confirmed the second strongest in the Familia. And I even find it funny that Hestia, when she's giving the status update, is just like, actually, we're going to hold out on this new skill you have because it's scary. Like, it might be like it turn you in a bomb type thing. So, which I would laugh so hard if like she got like, you know, like a self-destruct, like like if she uses the magic once, it'll kill her type thing, just because of her other magic being like so like, you know, minimum usage of like it being useful.
So then her and Fells can team up.
Yeah, actually. Yeah, it's like, oh, she can create a bomb that destroys Aurario, but Fells can bring it back. It's fine. That's wild. That's never happening, but it would be funny. Something similar.
The other thing that I think is... It's problematic because I don't want him to do a time skip because he's already like... But he's talking about, he's like, Wealth can't level up again. It's been too soon. He's not as strong. He's not as, like, quick at leveling up as Bell. And I'm like, that's awkward, though, because, like, even him being level 3 with level boost is kind of, like, not enough anymore.
Yeah.
So...
I mean, it's going to help a lot that, you know, Lily's level 2. Harihime, which is another character we'll probably get into in just a sec. But, you know, the fact that she's at the door for level 2 as well... Overall, their Familia is still going to be stronger, but I agree with you. Like, there does need to be something. I mean, I almost thought of, like, is it possible, like, if we get, like, one book, like, let's say the next book, it's, like, a one-book arc, or, like, it's maybe more so, like, Volume 8, where, like, we get an arc, but it's, you know, kind of cut differently, right? Is it possible that we'll see, like, Bell, like, he's ready to level up to level 5 because of whatever happens in the next book, but... Because of what Hestia said of being like, we can't like, submit to the guild, like, hey, we need another whatever ceremony it's called to get a new title because Bell's leveled up again, and everybody be going like, what? Wait, what? You know, and cause like a bunch of backlash, not only from like the guild probably in taxes, but you know, who knows what other Familia members would try to get him. Could we see a time skip that, you know, maybe like, what did they say, every 4 months or something like that? Is like a naming ceremony. So like maybe it skips 4 months, and then maybe because of that, it makes it to where it's like, okay, now we can get, you know, Wealth in there too. I don't know.
Skip 70 years and Bell's an 84-year-old man.
It's not good.
I'm gonna take the dragon.
It's not even gonna be fair because even at 84, he's gonna be level 100. He'll just one-shot the thing.
Fair enough. Kane and all. We'll go Chinese cultivation novels, and he excels to the next parallel universe to fight.
Yeah, there you go. He actually ascends to the realm of the gods, and he meets Artemis for another mission. That's, again, like, talking out your ass in speculation. That's one of them, you know.
Is there anything else you want to talk about?
You know, honestly, again, like I said at the beginning of the video, there's really very little to go on. I mean, there was some cool stuff. Oh, I guess one thing before I just snowball my mouth and say the wrong things, or lie to you, because there was in fact one other thing I forgot. But Harihime, we get, I mean, I kind of already dropped the big thing about like her being on level 2's front door, but I do like that in this kind of setup volume, because I would say it's definitely one for, you know, the crazy shit that's going to happen in either the next arc or the next book, is we get to see Harihime training in the dungeon. And I thought it was cool that they confirmed that Lily had been doing the same thing since Harihime joined their Familia. So that's kind of... I think we've seen Lily's pretty capable on her own, right? Just because of her knowledge and just, you know, the things that she's gone through, you know, as being a member in Soma Familia. But I think it, you know, lets there be an easy way to, I guess, explain, like, you know, if like we have another confrontation and she's like taking out monsters, or maybe she's fighting people that are lower level with like some moves, you know, like I think that's a way to justify it and not just have it like, how's Lily doing this shit? She's not doing sure. You know? So I appreciate that.
Yeah, just I want to see Lily have a weapon of her own. You know, obviously she's had the crossbow.
She's got the crossbow, yeah.
But I want her to have like a dagger, or like something Welf made.
Well, she's always carrying around like a magic dagger that he makes. But it would, like they break.
Like one that's not, that doesn't break.
Although, did you see? I think it mentions. I don't know if I can pull up the page. It's like in here. But like her crossbow is like made out of like the materials from like. I think it's supposed to be hinting at like Otter's old weapon, because we know he got the new weapon in the F.F.A novel because he took the Udea's sword drop and he like got rid of his other one. So I think this is supposed to be, because it's like, where is it here? I'm on the page, but I'll just probably take too much time to read. What is it? Range. Extremely rare materials, some of which was left over from a certain champion's custom-made weapon. So, actually, that probably means that it's part of the Udea sword drop. That's pretty cool, though. Not gonna lie. I like that little connection there.
We'll see. But, I don't know. So, overall, there was a lot of interesting stuff in here. There's a good scene between Welf and his Gatis. Welf's making a lot of progress, but he's ignoring the heart.
That's right, yeah.
He's ignoring the heart, man. The heart of matters. I want to see them on a date.
I was disappointed that it was funny. So like I liked it, but I was like, oh man, really, Wolf? That's the time you geek out about your sword? It's like, you just got what you wanted. But I get it though, because even if Welf heard it, which I don't know, they could go back and be like, yeah, Welf totally heard that. He was just like, probably just thinking like he doesn't deserve a god's love
right now,
if like he can't even get something that's more respectable, like, make something that's on the... I get it. Like, it's an integrity thing.
They got to be equals for him to be in love with.
Yeah. Otherwise you're just in superiority complexing it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
wants that.
But there was one other thing that I thought of when you brought up that comment, but I completely forgot. I'm sure we'll talk about it again. We're due for a rapid fire questionnaire, so maybe we'll do that in the coming months. Don't know when Volume 16 is dropping next, so yeah, it could be
3 years
soon.
from now.
It could be 3 years.
My beard could be gray by then.
I could be dead by then. You could be doing this with a headstone sitting next to you. You never know. So that's why I hope it's sooner rather than later. But we will be back. Yeah. Just put me on the hero wall. It's fine. I died doing what I love, and so
I love doing what I died.
Yeah, exactly. So we will see you guys for the next one. Be sure to check out some of the other stuff we got. I'm sure we'll link the playlist and many of the Danmachi videos we've made over the course of this channel's conception. But anyway,
comment with your questions for the rapid fire.
Yes, do that. If anybody's watched this far ahead, so.
All right, later, addicts.
See ya.